There are quite a few four-door coupes on the market. Audi has A5 and A7 Sportback, Mercedes-Benz has the CLA and CLS, BMW has, probably 4 models, Volkswagen has the Arteon, and Kia, wait a minute, what Kia?
This is Kia Stinger, a four-door coupe with a powerful engine, rear-wheel or all-wheel drive. A sports car or rather a GT?
This particular example is even called GT, which means it's powered by a 370 horsepower 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6. We'll get back to the engine in a moment. But now let's focus on the design. In my opinion, Kia Stinger has a whiff of Maserati Quattroporte or Porsche Panamera about it, which is no bad thing. Long bonnet with low front, LED diamond-shaped turn signals which seem to cut through the air. There are also air intakes on the sides and on the bonnet. Unfortunately, the latter are fake. Stinger is also interesting from the side. These gills behind the front wheels are real. This is where hot air from Brembo brakes flows out. Air from the gills seems to shape the lower crease on the side of the car. The shoulder line extends into the rear of the car while the roof slopes down. As far as I'm concerned, only in the back designers sort of lost their mojo. The rear is too heavy, ungainly. Lights with a line running through the middle and 4 exhaust tips are not enough to fix it.
For a thick back like this, the 406-liter boot is nothing to write home about. Perhaps it would have been bigger if not for the mini spare, but Kia chose to include one anyway. The boot lip, well, it's there, not very high, but high enough, so when you have to put something in there, you're going to have to do some exercise. Meanwhile, there is no cargo arrangement system, just a couple of hooks by the floor to attach a net. There are no shopping bag hooks, nowhere up here. There are no handles to fold the back seats, so to fold the back seats you actually have to go to the back. On the plus side, once you fold the seats, you get flat loading area, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's only a button to close the lid, no separate button to lock the entire car.
The problem with many four-door coupes is limited space in the back. Legroom in the Stinger is okay, but there is no place for my feet under the front seat. Also, headroom is modest. There are a couple of cup holders in the armrest. There is a large tunnel running through the middle, so third passenger is not welcome here. Above the tunnel, there are a couple of air vents, as well as a 12-volt socket and a USB port. In the front, it is clear Kia designers focused on the driver. The cockpit is elegant, simple, functional. Aluminium accents contrast with black elements. There are cup holders, induction charging, a 12-volt socket and a USB port. Seats are heated and ventilated. Glove box and storage under the armrest are average. I also wouldn't mind seeing an extra USB port.
There is no escaping from the fact that Kia Stinger GT is a very large and very heavy car. At over 1,800 kilograms, the 370 horsepower V6 has its work cut out for it. But it's also very effective at propelling the Stinger from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.9 seconds. That's faster than a BMW 440i xDrive Gran Coupe and not much slower than Audi S5 Sportback. Quattro, of course. We're talking very fast luxury cars with prices starting well above the Stinger's price.
The 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 doesn't run out of oomph even at motorway speeds. You can travel very fast in the Stinger and lose your license just as fast. Brakes are powerful, but you feel the car's weight upon heavy braking. Kia Stinger is relatively comfortable. At motorway speeds there is some wind noise, suspension soaks up single bumps nicely, but on a longer stretch of bad road surface it is clear the competition is better in this department.
Stinger GT comes with variable ratio active steering. This means you don't have to turn the wheel a lot during parking. The steering is light in comfort mode and it becomes heavier in sports mode.
Speaking of modes, Kia Stinger has the Smart or Auto mode, Eco, Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus modes. You can change between the modes with a dial on the center console. In Sport mode, besides greater steering responsiveness, you also get faster engine reaction as well as longer and more violent gear shifts. In Sport Plus, traction control is reduced, you can turn it off completely.
If you expect to see the Stinger drift now, I'm sorry to disappoint you. With all-wheel drive, this car has phenomenal traction. Yes, you can try and get the back out, but multi-plate clutch all-wheel drive sends power to the front and pulls you out. I don't have a track with wide and fast enough corner to try anything more.
Efficiency is not V6 Stinger's forte. Kia promises over 10 liters per 100 kilometers combined, and this sounds about right. With a 60-liter tank, expect frequent visits to the petrol station. Driver's seat is very low. I suspect many drivers will choose to raise it. Visibility is limited by thick A-pillars. Also, visibility over the shoulder is not great. Passenger seat has to be aligned with the B-pillar for the driver to be able to see anything through the rear side window. Blind spot monitoring comes in handy. Information from this, as well as several other systems, is presented on the head-up display. Among others, Kia Stinger has adaptive cruise control and lane assist.
So, what's wrong with the Stinger? The sound, or rather lack of it. Neither the engine nor exhaust sound really good. There is some fake sound generated inside the cabin. You can turn it on and off with the sound composer. So you just click into the menu, go to settings, then you go into sound, then you look at active engine sound, so you can have it minimized, normal or enhanced. So now let's go into Sport Plus and listen to the fake sound. This was all fake. I did drive-by shots and we tried it in normal, in Sport, Sport Plus, nothing, it all sounds the same.
Some interior elements clearly come from cheaper Kia and Hyundai models. You can connect sat-nav to your mobile phone to get real-time traffic information, but this sat-nav also comes from cheaper Kias. It's okay, but at this price point, I'd like to have something better. Speaking of prices, Kia Stinger starts at €44,000 for a 2-liter 255 horsepower car with rear-wheel drive. There is also a 2-liter 200 horsepower diesel with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. GT costs €55,000 and it pretty much has everything. You can pay extra for paint, panoramic roof or emergency assist system.
It's hard to find a car which offers this kind of performance at this price point. The only real competitor seems to be the 280 horsepower Volkswagen Arteon. It's probably easier to live with every day, but not as unique as Kia Stinger.
And how do you like Kia Stinger? Do you think it's a viable alternative for Audi, BMW or Mercedes-Benz? Or is it more of a VW Arteon competitor? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. New episodes every Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.